Hello and welcome to a very special show. This show where we shall focus on the main stories of the day. First up is Prime Minister in West Bengal. What all did he say? What does it mean and what kind of impact will it have in the impending Lok Sabha elections? Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Friday slammed the Mamata Banerjee government over the Sandeshkhali violence episode in the state. He said that the Trinamool Congress has betrayed West Bengal and the people of the state are speaking in a loud and clear voice that they now want the BJP. Attacking the TMC on Sandeshkhali issue while addressing a public rally in West Bengal's Arambagh, Prime Minister Modi said, and I quote him, "The country is seeing what TMC has done with the sisters of Sandeshkhali. The whole country is enraged. The soul of Raja Ram Mohan Rai, social reformer, must have been pained by what happened in Sandeshkhali." A TMC leader crossed all limits. Let's listen in to what the Prime Minister had to say.
मैं कह सकता हूं कि राजा राम मोहन राय की आत्मा आज जहां भी होगी, इन लोगों के इन कारनामों के लेकर के अत्यंत दुखी हुई होगी, क्योंकि इन्होंने संदेशखाली में जो किया, राजा राम मोहन राय, उनकी आत्मा आज रोती होगी। टीएमसी के नेता ने संदेशखाली में बहनों बेटियों के साथ दुस्साहस की सारी हदें पार कर दी। जब संदेशखाली की बहनों ने अपनी आवाज बुलंद की, ममता दीदी से मदद मांगी, उन्हें बदले में क्या मिला? मुख्यमंत्री दीदी ने, बंगाल सरकार ने टीएमसी के नेता को बचाने के लिए जो भी कर सकते थे पूरी शक्ति लगा दी। बीजेपी के दबाव में इन सारे नेताओं ने रात दिन लड़ाई लड़ी, माताओं बहनों के सम्मान के लिए लड़ाई लड़ी, लाठियां खाई, मुसीबतें झेली। बीजेपी के दबाव में आखिरकार कल बंगाल पुलिस ने आपकी ताकत के सामने झुक करके उस आरोपी को गिरफ्तार करना पड़ा। टीएमसी के राज में टीएमसी का ये अपराधी नेता करीब 2 महीने तक फरार रहा। कोई तो होगा ना जो उनको बचाता होगा। क्या ऐसी टीएमसी को माफ करेंगे? ऐसी टीएमसी को माफ करेंगे? क्या माताओं बहनों के साथ जो हुआ है उसका बदला लेंगे कि नहीं लेंगे? लेंगे कि नहीं लेंगे? हर चोट का जवाब वोट से देना है।
The Prime Minister also questioned India bloc silence over the Sandeshkhali incident. He also cited Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge's "it happens" routinely remark for News9's WITT Summit.
जो बंगाली में मेरा ट्रांसलेशन कर सकते हैं वो इन माताओं बहनों को जरूर बताएं। कांग्रेस के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ने कहा, कांग्रेस के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष कहते हैं, अरे छोड़ो, बंगाल में तो ये सब कुछ चलता रहता है। क्या ये बंगाल का अपमान है कि नहीं है? बंगाल की महान परंपरा का अपमान है कि नहीं है? बंगाल की महान संस्कृति का अपमान है कि नहीं है? बंगाल के वीर पुरुषों का अपमान है कि नहीं है?
Now listen in to what Mallikarjun Kharge responded to a question by my colleague News9's Kartikeya Sharma during TV9 Satta Sammelan.
संदेशखली को लेके पार्टी का रुख क्या है? संदेशखली मीडिया में रहा, खबरें आई, औरतों के साथ एट्रॉसिटी हुई, एनसीडब्ल्यू की टीम गई, तमाम चीज़ें हुई, पॉलिटिक्स हुई, आपके नेता अधीर रंजन चौधरी ने जंगल राज बोला। संदेशखली मसले पर कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी का क्या कहना है?
देखिए, किसानों के बारे में तो हमको कुछ करना ज़रूरी है और उसको लीगल गारंटी देने का वायदा तो हमने किया है। मेरी पहली घोषणा ये रही, अगर गठबंधन सरकार आई तो किसानों को हम एमएसपी लागू यानी लीगलाइज्ड कर देंगे, उसको मदद करेंगे और जो चीज़ें हम कर सकते हैं ज़रूर उनके लिए करेंगे। ये नहीं कि जो चीज़ें हम नहीं कर सकते वो भरोसा दे, वो ठीक कभी नहीं होता। और दूसरी चीज़ अधीर रंजन चौधरी का क्या बोले अब
कि जंगल राज है पश्चिम बंगाल में संदेशखली, जहां महिलाओं के साथ अत्याचार हुआ।
देखो, वहां पर हमेशा ये चलते रहता है कि एक तरफ कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोग हैं, एक तरफ कम्युनिस्ट के हैं, एक तरफ टीएमसी है। तो ये चीज़ें राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर उसके बारे में मैं ज़्यादा कमेंट नहीं करना चाहता हूँ।
पर महिलाओं पे अत्याचार
नो, महिलाओं का हम कंडम करते हैं ना, महिलाओं का अत्याचार कंडम करते हैं, इसीलिए तो हम लड़ रहे हैं। अरे इस देश में साहब वोटिंग पावर महिलाओं को किसने लाया? आज़ादी के बाद अगर किसी ने महिलाओं को वोटिंग पावर दिया है वो कांग्रेस ने दिया है, adult franchise.
And to speak more on the issue, I am now being joined by Jayanto Bhattacharya, senior journalist. Jayanto, a very warm welcome to you on this special show. You know, the thing is that it's election time, and that's on the one side, and on the other side is the shame of Sandeshkhali, if I may, because we saw how Sheikh Shah Jahan was absconding, was a fugitive for 55 long days, and it took 55 long days for the TMC dispensation and also the police of West Bengal to nab him. And even when he was nabbed yesterday, we saw how he strutted around as if he's a VIP. It is very clear, I mean, it does not require rocket science for people to know that it's clearly that something is not right there. Now, let's look at Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit there, Arambagh. He, of course, has announced, it's a pre-election campaign, he's announced developmental projects, Jayanto, but he also brought up Sandeshkhali. I want your opening remarks on this, that, politics apart, don't you think a Prime Minister who keeps talking about Nari Shakti, today Sandeshkhali is a it's a very sensitive nerve when it comes to West Bengal and overall for the Indian women.
Indeed, Sudha, what you said really holds true. Sadly enough, there are people who are talking about Sandeshkhali being, another point where Mamata may be challenged this time, not only in 2019, but in the coming, not only in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, but also 2 years later when the state goes for assembly polls. And this is exactly land issues, operations. These are the things that helped Mamata come to the forefront. If you remember 2006, 2007, it was a fight from Mamata, who was spearheading the entire agitation against the takeover of land in Shingur and Nondigram by the West Bengal government. That time ruled by Buddhadev, Chief Minister was Buddhadev Bhattacharya. So now it has come to haunt her itself. So we can say, in a way, she has handed over the fodder to the opposition. But the thing is, not everyone is the way that an activist, Mamata Banerjee, an activist, leads the battle, if I can put it that way. So here what is happening, the BJP, despite having a kind of fodder in its hand, is not able to go ahead and tell the people there, comfort them that here we are here to protect you, to take care of you.
But then Jayanto, wait a minute, Jayanto, but with Sandeshkhali And what the Prime Minister right now said, that it is Apaman, that is, it is, a shame for the women of West Bengal. He said it is about, shaming your dignity. It is that Didi has not done enough for you. Don't you think? And on the one, this is the man who speaks about Nari Shakti. Don't you think he has actually all guns blazing towards the apathy of the Trinamool Congress, as it were?
Yes, indeed. That is what I was just now saying, Sudha, that what happened in Nandigram, if you see there also, there were complaints from the women that how they were oppressed and how they were a kind of victims in the hands of the, at that point of time, the left front government. So this is what is happening again, unfortunately, under Mamata Banerjee. And this is what the Prime Minister, yes, you rightly, when introducing the show, you rightly said that this is the time that he has launched the Lok Sabha election campaign. And obviously, what else, where there is oppression, what else could be the agenda? One more thing, if you see the two constituencies that the Prime Minister has chosen, in fact, the Home Minister was supposed to go earlier, which did not for some reason materialize. But here where he has chosen, this time the BJP is targeting 35 out of the 42 seats in West Bengal, the Lok Sabha seats in West Bengal. They already have 18. Yes. They are not talking about not only that 18 seats, but going at 35. Yeah. And out of that 35, these two seats, that is Arambagh and where he goes tomorrow, that is Krishnanagar, these two are topmost in the agenda of the BJP this time to take it away from the Trinamool. Because in Arambagh, they had lost by about 1,000
votes. Yes.
About 1,000 votes.
Yes.
And in Krishnanagar, where he goes tomorrow, there the controversial MP who has just faced some in the parliament, you may remember Mahua Moitro. Mahua Moitro, it is clear now that she is going to contest once again. And there are certain talks going on that the united opposition may stand behind her, whatever it may be. But if you see after the Lok Sabha elections, the subsequent Vidhan Sabha or the assembly elections, the BJP has done well, especially in Arambagh. And if you see in Krishnanagar, they could not clinch all the 7 seats. They could not get any, in fact, in under Krishnanagar Lok Sabha constituency. But the margin in 4 of them is against the Trinamool. But what happens for 2 of them, I beg your pardon, in 2 of them, one of them is represented in the assembly by Mukul Roy, who is said to be, I'm not very sure, is ailing. So if you see that these 2 constituencies have been chosen, and as I said earlier, that Sandeshkhali has given fodder in the hands of the BJP.
Right.
So it will become an election issue. Whether it becomes a Nandigram even for Mamata Banerjee, that we have to wait and see.
Yeah, whether it becomes a Shingur or a Nandigram, we have to wait and see. But of course, today, what the Prime Minister said has actually, I think, like you said, created an impact, and it may become an election issue. You spoke about the number of seats that the BJP is targeting. What about the TMC, according to you, Jointo? You're a close watcher of what happens in Bengal. 22, did they get last time? Is that the number that they got? What is, do you think that it will come down to some extent, or do you think that you never know, she may just catapult back? Mamata Banerjee, known to be somebody who is very, very smart when it comes to politics.
Sudha, in fact, that you mentioned this, I was there recently. I went around a few of the constituencies taking stock before the elections are announced, what happens. In fact, interestingly, these 2 constituencies were part of my schedule. Anyway, so answering your question, I do not know whether they would be able to get 19, 20 or 35 seats. That I do not know. But I think the vote percentage may again increase. Because if you see in the earlier elections, they used to get around something around a little over 17%, especially in the assembly elections. But subsequently, in 2019, it shot up to, in the Lok Sabha election, it shot up to 40%, 40.
Yeah.
40% when they got 18 seats.
Right.
Again, 2 years later, during the Vidhan Sabha, the assembly election, it was near about 38%. So I won't be surprised that they are able to build up on that vote percentage, but how many seats it translates into?
Oh, I think that we've lost Jointo Bhattacharya there, who was talking about the prospects of Mamata Banerjee in the impending Lok Sabha elections. But today the Prime Minister spoke about Sandeshkhali and I think made the message very, very clear. I'm supposed to take a break right now, but I'll be right back. Just don't go away. We're coming up back with the blast at Rameshwaram Cafe in Bengaluru.
Bangalore traffic is an example of something that has gone wrong with our system.
We have more than 50 flyovers in Bangalore city. If flyover is a solution to traffic problem, Bangalore should not have traffic problem.
According to TomTom Traffic Index 2022, Bangalore is ranked as the second worst city in the world when it comes to traffic.
The speed limit at the ORR is 80 kilometers per hour, but our vehicle has only moved 10 kilometers per hour.
What Bangalore needs is a surgery, but what we have been offered repeatedly are band-aids.
Only on the world's first news OTT. News 9 Plus, ahead of the curve.
Welcome back. You're watching a special show where I'm bringing you all the major stories of the day. We started with Prime Minister in West Bengal and his comment on his observations rather on Sandeshkhali. Our second story today is about the blast. A blast in Bengaluru at the very famous Rameshwaram Cafe. What happened? What really triggered it? All those details. A mysterious blast on Friday at the popular Rameshwaram Cafe situated in the Whitefield area of Bengaluru has reportedly left 5 people injured, though the exact numbers are yet to be confirmed. The injured include 3 staff members as well as 2 customers. The initial reports suggest an object placed in a bag exploded at around 1 p.m. The explosion occurred while many were still eating at the cafe. The injured include a woman who has been admitted to a nearby local hospital. There is of course heavy police presence at the spot. The police is gathering all the information from locals. Bengaluru DCP was also present at the site to take stock of the situation. Some ID cards and a battery has been found near the blast site. And to speak more on this, I am now being joined by my colleague Mohammad Wajiullah, who is standing outside the cafe. Waji, can you hear me?
Yes, Sudha, I can hear you. Can I just show you the visuals first
Yeah,
of the
go on.
ADGP who has arrived here, Sharat Chandra, ADGP Intelligence. He's arrived here and he is actually investigating the entire place. He's been briefed by the officers who've been present here. So that these are the live visuals that we are showing our viewers from the spot. The ADGP has just gone inside. Yes, Sudha, you were saying something. I just wanted to show our viewers the visuals of the intelligence that have reached here.
Viewers who may not have known this, please take them through what exactly happened. And as of now, you know, what extra are you picking up on the ground? Mohammad Wajiullah, go ahead.
Yes, Sudha, this is the particular cafe that we are talking about. That spot where my camera person is zooming in, you can see the glasses that have been shattered on top. That is where the blast took place, is what we've gathered from the police that is present here over the site. There were 5 people over there who've been injured. A total of 9 have been injured, a few with minor, a little bit with major injuries. They've been taken to an hospital, which is 1.5 kilometers from here, the Brookfield Hospital. They're over here. This is the Whitefield area, and this is the particular cafe that we were talking about. This is the Rameshwaram Cafe, right at the heart of Whitefield. and those visuals that we saw, that is this particular spot where the blast took place. Now, from the time the blast took place, we've had the DGP, IG Alok Mohan also over here. We've had the Commissioner also over here. They have gone inside, they've seen the entire spot, they've been investigating, trying to come up with a conclusion of what actually led to the blast. So far, we do not have clarity with regards to what was the cause behind the blast, whether it was a cylinder blast, because cylinder blast has already been ruled out. Was it a mischievous blast done by somebody? Is it an IED blast? All these are still speculative. Nobody is giving us confirmation, but that is the particular spot that is the place where the blast took place, is what we've been told. We just spoke to the MLA of the area, Manjula Limbavali. She had also come here and she had told us that the police have also told her that it is a suspicious blast. So today we are seeing all top cops of the Bengaluru police here, from the DGIG to the Commissioner to now the ADG Intelligence, who've also come here. We've also been told later in the day we might also have the NIA, as in when we get more and more information about the particular case. So this is what has happened, and as we already know, Whitefield is another bustling area filled with IT this thing. So this particular area had a lot of eateries around, and this one is the most famous one. With the place that you can see, it also had a crowd because it was the lunchtime when the blast took place. 9 people are injured, a few with minor. 5 people have been taken to the Brookfield Hospital. Out of them, 1 is a lady, 3 people are your staff, and 2 people are customers who had come here to have food.
You know, Vajiullah, today when it occurred, I was asked, because I have been to this place many times, there is no really frisking here. You just go up the stairs, that's the gate, you know, where Vajiullah is standing. You just go up, you order the food and you bring the food, and there is standing. Also on the sides there is eating. So there is no really frisking, no, Vajiullah. Tell the audiences, because a lot of them want to know that is there any frisking which happens. I don't think he can hear me. Can you hear me, Vajiullah? I think we will get it back, but then look at those visuals on your screens right now of the blast which took place at the Rameshwaram Cafe, which is at Whitefield area in Bengaluru, an area which is was bustling with the crowd when the blast occurred at around between 1 and 1:30, which is peak lunchtime as it were. This area, ladies and gentlemen, is particularly crowded during lunchtime because there are a lot of IT offices here. There are lots of IT officials who come and eat lunch at this very famous cafe, Rameshwaram Cafe, where the blast took place, and the police are investigating. Even as we were speaking to my colleague Mohammad Vajiullah, who said that top police officials have arrived there to investigate, you know, what really happened. Vajiullah, can you hear me, Vaji? If you can hear me, you know, there is no security for people who come and eat there, right? I mean, I can hear you. One can just enter the restaurant and order the food and bring it and eat. There is no real frisking there. Am I right?
Yes, Sudha, let me show you that also. Now we are at the entrance. This is from where they enter, and this is the huge gate that is present over here. So you can see people can just walk in. There are security guards, 1 or 2 that are present here, but that they do not really check your bags or what you're carrying or anything. They're just here for the security of the building and how open the place is. So anybody can walk in and walk out from this place anytime. And the place itself, otherwise, if I can tell my camera person to show you the place around, this is your Whitefield, the heart of Whitefield where we are in. It's a bustling place. You have medical shops nearby, you have small eateries, you have your beauty clinics nearby, your medical shops, your hospitals, everything is nearby. This is a residential area also. Behind this, right next to Rameshwaram Cafe, is a residential area. You have people popping in from their windows and watching it. So this is the heart of Whitefield where we are at, and this is one of the most popular places. You've stayed here, you also know the topography of the place, and like you clearly said that their security arrangement is also nil to none over here. And in this place like this, any suspicious activity is very easy to carry. Now, we will not be able to say what was the activity, but those visuals that you see there, the shattered glass that we are showing to our viewers, those glasses give you a testimony that the intensity was high, as it managed to crack up 4 or 5 glasses in a row over there. People were sitting below also. They've also been injured because of those things. Now, it now still remains to be seen. The commissioner has come in again for inspection. The ADGP intelligence was already here. Now, we've been told that the commissioner will come back and will try to speak to the media and brief them about the incident. So it's a wait and watch situation as of now on what could be the cause behind the blast. So far, all the possibilities that we've been speaking of has been ruled out, be it a mischievous blast, a cylinder blast or an IED blast. So now we'll just have to wait and watch for the commissioner for his report. Till then, a low intensity explosion was heard from this particular cafe, which has kick-started this thing of fear among the people who stay here, Sudha.
You know, but Vajji, what we are picking up is also that some ID cards and some batteries were found. We don't want to create panic. We don't want to give unconfirmed news. But then is it true that there is also suspicion that the police have found some ID cards at the site of the blast? Vajji.
Well, yes, we still don't know what the things are, what are the things that they found. But from what we've been told as of now, a bag and ID cards and a few batteries have been found in that bag. The bag belongs to some of the employee of a bank which is nearby, the Axis Bank. So we don't know whether this was the person who had come here to have his food. But from the visuals that you're seeing, my camera person is showing the visual. This is the ADP intelligence and his team looking around for any clue that they can find inside the cafe. You can see the police officers both in uniform and without uniform inside taking a look at the place. So yeah, we were at the fact at the bag. The bag is what they've recovered as of now, right near that spot where the blast happened. So they are still, it's a speculation as of now. This could be belong to somebody who is carrying something. But the only thing that has been found from the bag is an ID card of an Axis Bank. A few batteries that have been 9-volt batteries that have been found. So it remains to be seen whether that was a part of the blast or not, or was of a customer who had come here to eat and was injured in that blast. All these things are yet, we have to gather that information. But these are the few things that they have found, and from that bits and pieces is what we are trying to conclude or come to a conclusion on what has happened. There is no sense of panic that has been created as of now because all the top officials are present here. They are looking into the matter. The DCM, the Deputy Chief Minister, has also spoken and said that his team is looking into the thing. The Home Minister has also spoken of the state. So we'll just wait for the Commissioner, who will just be coming out any minute to brief the media on what could be the cause for the blast that happened here.
You know, if you can request the camera person to kind of, you know, also show us what the officials are doing so that the viewers can get a proper, you know, picture of what really is going on. And Vajji, I'll speak to you while he zooms in and pans. You know, Vajji, do tell me that has the restaurant must be sealed as of now, obviously, because the investigations are going on. But correct me if I'm wrong, in most places there is hardly any frisking or security. I think I've lost the connection to Vajiullah, but there you have it. And also joining us is G.A. Bava, who's a former...
You're very right, Sudha. In places like these are big cafes, open spaces, so you rarely find any form of security. But before I go to that, my camera person is trying to show you visual of the intelligence team and the officials. Yes. So what my camera person... am I audible?
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
Yes. So what my camera person is trying to show you is all the officials that have gathered here. You can see inside, they're going inside the kitchen over there. They're trying to see what all they can find from the particular spot. The officers are present here. You can see the investigation team trying to go through all the things that they can find in the area that can lead to any sort of information with regards to what has caused the blast. The combing operation is also going on. This is inside the cafe that we are talking about. Now, if I just walk around a little and show you around the cafe where all the top officials have been here, the media has been told to wait over here. When the commissioner will come in, we will see him speak to everybody. But this is where the media has been stationed, and over here the police officers are having their combing operation. They're seeing if they can find any lead with regards to what happened there. And like you said, so most of the cafeterias and eateries that are present in this particular areas do not have any sort of security arrangement. These are more sort open spaces, as you can see, this is one such space which is very open. Now, if I can just walk a little further and show you the other eateries that are present over here. If I can tell my camera person to walk with me, you have a bus stand over here. The next eatery that we're talking about is a liquor shop, and after that is Mayura Sagar. Now, if we go to Mayura Sagar and see that spot also, it is an open space. If my camera person can show you, that also is a very open space. There is no form of frisking or security of sort that has happened. So most eateries that are around this place, or most eateries in Bangalore otherwise, also do not find a security kind of a zone over here, or anybody looking into any suspicious thing that is happening over here. And this being a very close spot, if it's a speculation, but if it is a terror attack, you have the bus stand also nearby where you have a lot of people. You have a cafe, a very famous cafe where, which is at the hub of the city. So this could be a prime spot for somebody who wants to do mischief. And I think only after the investigation is when we'll get to know. You can see inside the cafe, you have police officers who are walking around, who are speaking to each other, trying to come to find out what could be the cause of this thing. That in the court that you can see is ADGP Bharat Sharma. He is the intelligence officer who's over here, and he's taking a briefing from the team who's been here from 1 o'clock onwards, from when the blast happened, to find out what could have caused this particular blast. And as you can see, the cafe itself over here, a very open, bright cafe with a lot of space for people to walk around, and this is the place where this intensity blast happened.
You know, I also want you to tell, I mean, the people who got injured, the ones who've been taken to hospital in Brookfields, you know, there have not been major injuries, isn't it? I mean, tell the viewers, please, if you know what is their condition right now. The woman particularly who was taken to hospital, also there is speculation that, you know, cleaning staff were also injured slightly, but I hope not serious injuries. Mohammad Wajiullah.
Come here, so that have happened here so far are major injuries. These are all minor injuries is what we've been told. There was a woman also among the injured. She's also been taken to the Brookfield Hospital. So far, in the major injuries that we're talking about, we have 5 people, 3 people from the staff and 2 customers who had come. And a total of 9 people have been injured. There are minor injuries, minute injuries to the other 4 is what we've been told. 1.5 kilometers from here is where the Brookfield Hospital is, where these people have been taken. We just saw DG, IGP, Alok Mohan also leave from here to meet the injured at the hospital. Our team is also present at the hospital, who's trying to speak to the injured and see what has actually happened to them. So they have also been the eyewitness to this particular incident. The police also is speaking to them to get a sense, to get a grip of what led to this thing and what caused that injury to them. So far, only a total of 9 people injured, 5 with a little major injuries. They are all at the Brookfield Hospital. They are also answering questions to of the police, helping them with the investigation. Their injuries are also being taken care over there as of now, Sudha.
You know, Wajiullah, tell me, is the police now planning to come out and brief the press? Do they have any information, or as of now, they have just had a conversation with all the other staff and they have left? Are they supposed to come out and brief you, Vaji?
See, one thing is very interesting that is happening over here is, Sudha, that we've had such small blast, a cylinder blast or things like that, speculative things like that. We see DCP level officers that come here for inspection. But in this particular case, we've seen the DG, IG present here. We've seen the ADG intelligence here. We've seen the commissioner come in and go at least 2 times since the time I have come here, left with the IDG, and then he came back again. Now the commissioner is gone inside. He's also briefing the ADG intelligence. They are also speaking to each other inside to find out what was the cause of the blast and what are the things that they have picked up. And from what we've spoken to the police officers here and what information I got during my live is that the commissioner has now come in to get a briefing from ADGP, and now in a few minutes he will come out and let the media know about the cause of the blast and what actually happened. So we are waiting for the police officers. It is interesting to know that the top cops of the Karnataka police is present here to check on the incident. They have cordoned off the entire place, the cafe from behind also, and the other spots that are there behind to see if they could find anything suspicious. All the CCTV footages from the area have been taken by the cops. The FSL team has also come here. The bomb detection and bomb identification team is also over here. They are also doing their combing operation to find out. This is the bomb disposal van that had come here. So this team is also inside, and they are also looking into the possibilities if they can find something else. Main thing is that they're trying to find traces. If this was an IED blast or if this was a bomb blast, they are trying to find out traces of the materials that are used, especially in bombs. If they find even a small this thing, then they can confirm whether it was an attack or it was a blast or it was a suspicious explosion. So all kinds of things are being looked into it as of now. In any minute, we might have the police come here and brief us about what could actually be the cause. We've been told the commissioner is the one who will be briefing all of us. So it's a wait and watch. It now depends whether he will brief us here where the media contingent is waiting. As you can see, from 1:30, all of them have been present here and they've been waiting here since then. So whether he will speak to everybody over here or he'll call for a special press conference at the commissioner's office, all that remains to be seen. But as of now, the media is present here. We might try to get any information that we can from him. We'll squeeze in whatever we can, whether he speaks or not. We will try to bring the best that we can to all our viewers who are watching this.
You know, before the police, the top cop speaks to all of you, Vajji, if you can, for those viewers who have just joined us, we are doing a special coverage on the Rameswaram Cafe, which is situated in Whitefield in Bengaluru. Those are the shots. Let me tell you right now that there have been fortunately no casualties in the blast which took place between 1 and 1:30 on Friday afternoon in Bengaluru at Whitefield, a very, very busy area in Bengaluru, which is full of IT officers as well as IT officials who had gathered there obviously to have lunch. It was at that hour that somebody who placed perhaps a bomb, we still do not have all the confirmation, waiting for the final confirmation from the top cop, from the DGP in Bengaluru, which we will bring to you in a moment. But there was a blast and which had injured 9 people, out of which around 5 were taken to a hospital, close by hospital in Brookfield. And our next story is about BJP seat sharing. Ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, the BJP is nearing final seat sharing arithmetic in several states. Let's look at what the sources are telling us. In Uttar Pradesh, for instance, the BJP is likely to reserve 6 seats for its allies within the NDA coalition. This includes 2 seats each for Apna Dal and RLD and 1 seat each for the Nishat party and Om Prakash Rajbhar's party. Moving to Assam, the BJP is likely to allocate 3 seats to its allies, with 2 seats earmarked for the AGP and 1 for the UPPL. In Haryana, the BJP asserts its readiness to contest all the 10 seats independently. Turning to Jharkhand, the BJP confirms it shall leave one seat for its ally AJSU. Meanwhile, in Bihar, discussions are on regarding seat sharing with JDU, Chirag Paswan's LJP, that is Ram Vilas Pashupati Paras's LJP, Rashtriya Upendra Kushwaha and Jitan Ram Majhi. In Maharashtra, similar negotiations are underway with Shiv Sena Shinde and NCP regarding seat sharing arrangement. So what is it looking like? What exactly is the BJP strategy, considering that the party is very well known to strategize carefully and very, very prudently? To speak more on it, my colleague Brijesh Pandey is in the studio. Brijesh, about this entire strategy, the seat sharing strategy as it were, is it different from earlier times, Brijesh, or it is pretty much the same story but with slight cosmetic surgery as it were?
Well, I think it is a lot different from last time because, you know, the last time 2019 when the BJP fought and won more than 300 seats, you know, they were not this strong as they are right now. And most of the, regional arithmetics have also undergone a big shift. Say, for example, the state of Bihar. Earlier, you know, Nitish Kumar was in their side. They were dependent on Nitish Kumar. They're still dependent on Nitish Kumar, but not at that level. Shiv Sena has been split into two. NCP has been split into two with the majority chunk on their side. What they've done is something which Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been doing ever since he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. Whenever you fight an election, make sure that the 30%, or around 30% seats are not repeated. That blunts the anti-incumbency, which is a big, big worry for any political party which is contesting for the third term. Riding high on Ram wave, you know, this time what the BJP is doing is that they have put 3 to 4 filters where, you know, there are various feedbacks which are being taken for the candidate. One is from the RSS, one is from the local workers, one is from the, the establishment, and also, you know, the surveyors who are doing a survey for the ruling party. And then there's a committee which goes through and filters and goes through all the work which has been done, and only then ticket is given. This time they have brought in a big change, which is now if you have contested, if you have been to Rajya Sabha twice, you will have to fight an election. Because, you know, there was a sense of sense in the party which said that, you know, that majority of top posts were being held by people who have not been elected by the people. So this time, you know, Nirmala Sitharaman is likely to contest. This time, S. Jaishankar is likely to contest. So many of these big faces which you have witnessed, big ministers are likely to contest elections. So that is one big change. And now we have also been hearing that anybody who has fought election and won election thrice, Lok Sabha election, he may also be chucked out, for the reason that the party feels that, you know, when you have contested election for 3 times, there could be a substantial anti-incumbency against you. And that person is likely to be replaced by a person who has been selected through those 4 to 5 filters process and all. So the party feels that with, you know, with these kind of plugins, they will be able to put in a face which is not only robust, but which also defeats the anti-incumbency, which any ruling party would fear if it is contesting for the 3rd time.
Brijesh, tell me something. Do you think that Bihar and Maharashtra are going to be the trickiest? We'll come to, I mean, so far we're only speaking about above the Vindhyas. I mean, Maharashtra is kind of near the Vindhyas. But do you think of the list that we've spoken about, Bihar and Maharashtra are tricky?
I agree. The reason why Bihar and Maharashtra are tricky is, in Bihar there are a lot of smaller parties. And then there is a JDU. So how much BJP will be willing to accommodate JDU will be the most crucial question, because then, you know, you have Ram Vilas Paswan, Chirag Paswan's LJP, then you have Pashupatinath Paras, his uncle's LJP, then you have various other small factors, Upendra Kushwaha and others. So how many seats do they get, and what all post-poll promises they get will be very interesting to watch out for, because, you know, there's also a likelihood that, you know, many of these smaller regional parties with having a substantial presence in small blocks might shift to RJD Congress combined, and this is something which the BJP would not want to happen. In the state of Maharashtra, which is very, very crucial for the BJP, the biggest challenge would be how many seats to give to Eknath Shinde faction and how many seats to give to Ajit Pawar faction. That is something which will really test the maneuvering skills of the BJP as to how they go ahead and keep both parties in good humor, because right now people understand, Sudha, that this election is very, very crucial. And in this crucial election, everybody wants to drive a very hard bargain, and that is in where, you know, your real negotiation skills will be put to test.
The latter, of course, you know, if I can just take a minute, it's also because Shinde and Pawar are sitting on the seat of power. So do you think there the negotiating skills will have to be, they have to drive a very, very hard bargain, would you say?
See, more than a seat of power.
It's not so easy in politics.
It is not at all so easy. And you know, because you also have to understand that people who have left Shiv Sena, left Uddhav Thackeray and joined Eknath Shinde, you know, they also have a constituency. You know, they also have they have to show their face to their cadres, their supporters, and their well-wishers. So it will be very, very interesting to see, you know, how many seats are allocated to that party, how many Shinde loyalists get those seats, and who all get, you know, whether Ajit Pawar gets more seat and assert his Maratha supremacy, or Eknath Shinde. That'll be very interesting to watch out for. And I think it's going to be a very tough task for the BJP in the state of Maharashtra.
And also I want to ask you about Prime Minister's visit to West Bengal, and where he's kicked off the election campaign. Sandeshkhali, what he spoke about, and of course our interview with you know, Kharge, where Kartikeya spoke and he said that ye to aam baat hai, to hota rehta hai Bengal mein. But do you think Sandeshkhali is going to be a thorn on the side of TMC? It's going to really snowball into a major electoral issue.
Well, you know, I personally feel that Sandeshkhali happened at the most wrong time for the Trinamool Congress, and the way they have handled left a lot to be desired. You know, there are certain things which are defensible in politics, and there are certain things which is completely indefensible, whether in private or in public. Sandeshkhali is one such example. I think it was a golden moment for Mamata Banerjee to set example, to punish, you know, Shah Jahan Sheikh, to crack down, to massively crack down on perpetrators who indulge in that kind of heinous crimes, you know, or which send shiver down the spine of any person, you know, male or female. And the kind of land grabbing cases were there. She could have punctured the narrative of the BJP, but you know, the way Trinamool Congress handled it allowed the BJP to build a momentum in the state of West Bengal. West Bengal, Sudha, is the third and perhaps one of the most crucial state for the BJP, because last time BJP won 18 seats out of 42 seats.
True.
Now the biggest challenge will be if they are able to inch upwards, then that is going to be very bad news as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned.
They are aiming for 35. Let's wait and watch. Thank you so much, Brijesh Pandey, for bringing us up to speed on that. And with that, it's a wrap. Thank you for watching.
On October 27, 2023, the world awakened to a new crisis. A new turn in a 70 years old civil war. One that has grave implications not just for India, but also regional stability in Southeast Asia. Today, News9 looks at the mayhem in Myanmar.